All right, welcome everybody to the Halo Infinite ECAC game between USF Esports and the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm getting their name correct. But joined by me, I'm Virgil, by the way, I should probably clarify. I'm Braden Virgil Lynn. Virgil's not my middle name, but it is definitely the name of the game. And I'm joined here by Vesta. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, certainly. I'm Captain Vesta of Halo's, our USF's green team. My name's just, Don Miller.
But you're called Vesta tonight, the two V's flying inside of Halo Infinite tonight. So let's talk about tonight. So you, Captain.
Yes.
Captain. Can I call you Captain?
Go ahead.
Captain. So, Captain, can you tell me a little bit about, the teams that we're going to be seeing tonight? Because we know a little bit about our opponent, but can you talk about USF Esports a little bit? Can you talk about our gold team and, what they could be facing against and what they should look out for?
Certainly. So we've got our main man, Combat and Feo. They're pretty much like our star players, essentially. They're on a completely different level. Saki, you get him a power weapon and you can't stop them away, Icy's the objective guy. He goes for it. You can't catch him afterwards. So
he's the guy that when you play like Battlefield, you're just like, yeah, I want that guy in my squad because he's actually doing his job basically the entire time. So while the other three are wrapping up kills, making sure the respawns are, always looping in those enemy screens, that he's the one actually doing the objective capturing pretty much. That's good. Because from personal experience, I don't know about you. I have a good idea about you. I know the answer already before I ask it. In my personal experience, it's usually a free-for-all on your team, and it's just everyone getting kills, and you're like, hey, by the way, there's a flag, right? I think we got to get a flag probably soon. There's a minute left, and we're down by, we should get a flag. So, no, I'm really looking forward to this. I've not had the luxury of casting Halo in a very long time, so it's really nice to be back in the seat, and I'm glad to be joined by someone as experienced as you, especially with your insight on the teams, because you scrim against them too, right? You have all those scrims, so like, what is what is like the most fun you've ever had in that scrim? Now you said they're pretty laid back and casual. You know what to expect from them, but was there ever an upset where you're just like, come on, guys, we shouldn't have lost that? Like, has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, literally, our first match between like Halo Gold during the ECAC League, there was moments where we were just like, we would almost get them. Like it was a Slayer match, and it was like a 48-50, and just could not get them.
Couldn't find those last connections. Mm-hmm. That's always, like, to me, the worst part of any Halo game is, like, you see that ticker going up on each side, and you're just like, listen, if I don't die and they don't die and I don't die, I died. Okay, so now you just square one back every single time. Actually, when we were testing some of the broadcast stuff, I played an AI match, and I was getting my butt whooped because I was, like, half paying attention because I was trying to fix stuff on my phone. I was trying to fix stuff on the computer, and I was just getting whooped. And I looked at the score. I'm like, I'm only down by 2. I'm not dedicated to winning. It's an AI match. I'm just here to practice, get my aim in. I look away for 3 seconds, I'm down by 10 because the bots are just running in and dying. And I'm like, I want to at least win against an AI team. I feel like that's the lowest bar I could achieve in Halo is not losing against AI. And then you go play campaign and get your butt stomped by those guys because they have sniper rifles literally on every gun. So
I mean, when I first started playing Halo, competitively, we do warm-ups with AIs and whatnot, but we set them to the Spartan mode, and the first time I played against it, I was just like, oh my goodness, I could not get my grip. I was just like, ugh.
I know somebody, I saw it on, I want to say I saw it on Reddit, or I saw it on YouTube, one of the two places. It was definitely like I just got linked to it from a friend of a friend. But they're like, yeah, make sure everyone starts with the same weapons. And I was like, yeah, it's battle rifles or ARs for casual, battle rifles for competitive. He's like, no. Like, put it to a skewer. And I was like, why would I do that to myself? They're like, because you'll just walk around a corner and just get domed. And I'm like, that doesn't sound fun. I like to at least pretend I have a chance against somebody or against an AI, for God's sakes. Because I know I've gone to the drop-in nights before, and I like to sit back and be a casual observer. I literally will be a casual observer. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch everybody who's been doing this for a shorter period of time, maybe, but they've been doing it more condensed. Like they've been doing it in a very compact period of time. So seeing them just like the crazy flicks, the amazing tricks they've been pulling off, just the tactics, because I feel like Halo is a game that has my heart in that regard because it is a very tactical game. Everyone's like, oh, it's just a point and shoot. I'm like, no, there's a lot to it. You have to kind of know a lot of map knowledge, power up and knowledge. The respawning part now being visible, I think, does take a little bit of the edge away. Because I know back in like Halo 2, Halo 3, or any Halo before Halo Infinite, honestly, there was no timer. It was just, you just had to kind of keep a mental clock in your head of when stuff was going to respawn. Like on Narrows, the sniper rifle, I had that clock 90 seconds or 120. It was one of those two. And I was like, I had that on a cooldown. So when I picked it up, I knew to come back there in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and I'd be on my game again. Missing my shots, mind you. I'd always miss the shots. I cannot hit anything with that sniper rifle to save my life. But no, I'm looking forward to see what we're doing tonight. I think we're still waiting on the map picks currently. So whenever we get those over to you guys, we'll definitely be sure to talk about them because I have my strong opinions that I think are not really opinions and more facts, if I would say so myself, on some of the map choices that Halo Infinite has to offer. I'm sure you also have your strong opinions.
Oh, yes.
All right, worst map in the game. Say it on 3. Right. 1, 2, 3. Behemoth.
I was about to say Behemoth or Livefire. I can't stand those two.
Oh,
maps.
you hate Livefire too?
I hate Livefire.
You hate Livefire? Why do you hate Livefire?
It's just an awkward map, and I've had bad experiences like Strongholds on that map. I'm just like,
oh, okay, Strongholds. Okay, I'll give you full credit on Strongholds. That is spawn trap. Like spawn trapping is normal in Halo. I feel like that's normal in every video game at this point. But like on that map, it feels like playing on Rust.
Oh yeah,
it just feels like Rust MW2 OG. You walk around the corner, get killed by a guy with 1887s. You spawn again. He's at that other corner of the entire map because he has Marathon on. Like that's all I get reminded of is just Rust.
Just Rust. Yeah.
I get that. I will say I do actually kind of enjoy Livefire a little bit, just a little bit. There's also a launch site, which I had to like think of that name because I thought it was a Reach map for a second. I was I was like, launch site, that's Reach, right? I'm like, I don't know, but launch site, I've only had bad experience with that. Not even like awful experiences, I would say. Like not like, oh my god, I'm uninstalling this game, but like this isn't a fun map or a fun game. I'm just like, I'm just doing this. I'm waiting until the time bleeds out. I'm gonna go play a different game mode. Like that's how I've always felt about that map.
Yeah, I was about to say I've had some experiences, especially during the event, the Fiesta event. I was constantly getting that map, and I was just like, oh my goodness, give me something else, you know?
Yeah, we're still clearly waiting on the teams to give us our map picks. So let's talk about older maps. What older maps do you think they should implement in Infinite? Because I would love to see Lockout or Blackout, whatever version of it. I would love to see that back in Infinite. I don't know. That map had the asymmetrical value and height difference in that map just made it chef's kiss to me. I think I talked about this in the server at some point because I was like, yeah, I would love to see like, you know, Hemorrhage or Blood Gulch or not Battle Creek. Battle Creek's why I didn't want back. I could not deal with Battle Creek. I hated that map so much. You tell me, what would you like to see back?
I would love to see Blood Gulch back. That's one of my favorite maps. The one snow map from Halo 3. Avalanche, was it?
Well, Avalanche, there's Avalanche, and then there's Snowbound. Snowbound was a tiny one with the 2 Covenant bases.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of Avalanche.
Avalanche, the giant, yeah, that's based off of, oh my god, I know it's based off of 2. It's based off of a Halo Combat Evolved map. It's like gnawing in my brain.
I know which one you're talking about, yeah.
Because I almost said, like there's an ice, oh my god, I'm sure like if the chat is hearing this, they're roasting the crap out of me because I'm just sitting like, yeah, I played Halo since Combat Evolved, and I'm like struggling. Like it's ice fields or ice plains. Like there's a map, Timberland is what I'm thinking
Timberland,
about. Yeah, that's another one. That one, I wish they brought big maps like that back because they're talking about big team battle. I want to see maps like that back. Like Behemoth and big team battle, I don't care. And then the 2 maps for other big team battle, they just feel weird to play.
Yeah, I agree.
They feel too, I don't say linear is the word to use. I don't know if the word I want to describe it is linear. They feel very like connected. Like they're pretty.
Jeez, I'm trying to think of
like
the term.
I don't know. You can see through to the other base.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like with Timberland, it was like this massive giant canyon. You had to like go out of your way to find the enemy base, but it was like you'd see the Banshees, you'd get the Warthogs driving around. There was no mongooses back then. You were hoofing it if you had nothing else. There might be a ghost you could steal off somebody, but like I just think about maps like that, and I'm just like, I really wish that scale. And then, did you play Halo? Did you ever play Halo Combat? You did play Halo Combat.
Yeah.
Were you a PC or Xbox?
I started out as Xbox.
Did you ever play the PC version?
I did not.
Oh my god, Death Island. If there's any Death Island lovers in the chat, hit me up because I loved Death Island. It's the Silent Cartographer level, literally just as a circular map, and it was the funniest thing in the world because you can get everywhere on the map. You can get on the top, you can get in the tunnels, you can get on the beachheads. Like the amount of machinima made on that map for like just people screwing around is insanely high. I'd like to see Blood Gulch back though. Blood Gulch is
I was about to say, Blood Gulch has a special place in my heart.
It has a special place in everyone's heart. Like I'm sure, I don't know, Halo Red versus Blue. You've probably watched Red versus Blue. Yeah, like that was my first intro to like actual like Halo machinima, I should say, was like, watching Blood Gulch Chronicles, and it was like the classic, like they're moving the gun up and down to talk, and I was like, how are they doing that? And like I was a stupid kid, so you didn't know how to Google because that was not a thing in my time, apparently, when I'm my old age of 24 years old. So
believe me, I'm up there too, you know.
We're both youthful. We're both at the youthful spry age of 20 exactly, actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think we're just getting to the lobby now. I heard it from a little birdie on my shoulder. I'm trying to think. Because the flamethrower and the fuel rod gun for PC, you missed out on that too. I'm sorry to say the fuel rod gun and the flamethrower, the modded servers, you missed out on a lot. I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, they brought it back in MCC and everything. So
they did. Actually, they did. Oh my God! Speaking of maps I never want to see again. It's a map that I played a lot in SWAT in Halo 2, and they recreated it, and I despised it, and it's going to aggravate me. It's literally a conveyor belt system. It's 2 conveyor belts.
I know which one.
And it's literally just a narrow corridor of like little dips in it. Hated that map. that was the pinnacle in my mind of like, we just want the players to hate their experience. We want them to hate the next like 5 to 15 minutes of their life, because every time I've gotten that map in Halo Combat Evolved, it was always flamethrowers or it was shotguns. That I got in Halo 2 was always SWAT, and it was just you'd walk, spawn, die. Could I see that little launch screen again, Kluk? So we're going to be doing our first map of Aquarius, actually, which that map I have some feelings on.
Yeah.
It's going to be Slayer, so classic first to 50, the classic Halo combination. You know, that's just Aquarius. I think that my problem with Infinite in terms of maps is the symmetricalness. I like asymmetric, like High Ground. Yeah. Halo 3 High Ground was one of my favorite maps. I love that map. The terrain differences, the height difference, the tactics you had to use to get into the base, the one flag CTF was amazing on that map. Right. But Aquarius, I will say I do like a lot. I think just because of the fact that it is symmetrical, but it's not so symmetrical in the sense of like everything is an exact flip. Like it's not like, you know, everything, it makes sense. Like there's differences in the sides. It reminds me of ODST also. I think it's a part of it. But yeah, so hopefully we should be getting this lobby started up soon. I know Halo Infinite and its lovely loading times that we like to sit here and look. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here waiting. What was your favorite weapon, honestly? All Halo trilogy, yeah, all the Halo trilogy, all of Halo, the entirety. You can count the extended lore, which I'm sure people will be mad about because I'm sure there is a lot of weapons in that. But in general, what would you say is your favorite?
Oh, I'm gonna have to be honest. I really like the Mangler.
You like the Mangler?
I love the Mangler.
I don't blame you. It's a good gun. It reminds me of what a Mauler should be.
Oh yeah.
And then it snipes people. I'm like, that's what the Mauler wanted to be, and it never will achieve that because the Mauler just dual wielding. You might get a kill, and then you're waiting like 5 minutes for the reload. Yeah. For me, it was the M70, the classic like Halo 2 sniper shotgun. Like
that thing was beautiful.
Was it 12 gauge? 12 gauge, like a 8 gauge round and like 12 in the chamber. It was like you just had all of that. You could just sit there and just spam it. That was my favorite abusive weapon to have. All right, so we're getting launched into the game. So here we go, South Florida versus Catholic U, and we're gonna get right on starting the Aquarius. So sizable alarm 7 or Buffalo. QA brace. I'm gonna go by braced on that one, by the way, and I'm gonna say Ovor. Over. Agreed? Over?
Yeah, I would say
Over it is.
Yeah.
And so we're starting off, and Sizable Alarm taking out Saki, and Combat taking out Sizable as a trade there, and Over taking out Icy. And there goes down some more players from Catholic U. And, you know, talk to me about this. Like, what do you think do you think USF's strengths are those kinds of maps of symmetrical? Are they used to symmetrical maps? Are they very accustomed to non-symmetrical maps, asymmetrical?
I would say they're very accustomed to non-symmetrical maps. Definitely USF Gold, they love to travel in packs and take advantage of the other team, essentially. Get them behind, get them taken out.
Kind of like pecking them from the pack and taking them out.
Yes.
This is a pretty decent lead off of, actually I looked at the wrong scoreline there. It's a 4-5 tie right now, 5-5 tied as Combat Kid takes down Oliver. And yeah, get them map control right now. Looking pretty good as everyone's shields getting popped. Buffalo going down to Combat Kid as well. And it's still a tied game as it's kind of going neck and neck. Oh, and that didn't look like tall enough cover for him. It looked like he was just a little too tall of a Spartan to get behind that. And that's going to be a good trade. There's 7-7, South Florida versus Catholic U. I feel like they're missing the cover here. They're all standing in the wrong spots for all the right cover. Almost a good trade for Feo, but unfortunately goes down.
I was about to say, they definitely have to take advantage of the height in this map. If you can get above them and get them taken out, they're in a good situation.
Yeah,
there.
I would say it's a weird thing to crouch in Halo sometimes because you're used to doing it in like campaign levels for sneaking, but in multiplayer, like, why am I crouching right now? I should be fighting.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like we're trying to see what's going on here. Let's see. So it's currently USF has a 1-kill lead. Feo caught out in the open and taken out by Q Braced. Saki also in trouble here. Saki in trouble. Could he get his shields popped? And he's just waiting for the change out there. Combat taking out Buffalo and Buffalo taking out Cold. And then Oliver taking out someone else. Just trade Palooza. It's actually a pretty even match. I expected a stark lead in general.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Commando. I'm going to say that for after that. I don't like the Commando. That's just what I'll say.
Oh, really?
I hate the Commando. Sizable Alarm taking out Icy and Feo taking out Sizable. Yeah, there's lots of trades back and forth, and, it's keeping it a pretty even scoreline. I wonder what's going through USF's head right now because I feel like they're very used to kind of just stomping people. Like, that's kind of what their MO is. Like you said, pick people off and just stomp them. And the map control, we're not really seeing a lot from them in terms of map control.
Definitely. I was about to say, yeah, these guys, USF Gold, they're just amazing players and whatnot. So when they have an actual challenge, I feel like the pressure can be on them sometimes, you know?
I think they're just kind of laying back and kind of taking it a little more casual than they should be.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And unfortunately, when it comes to competitive Halo, you can't really
You can't do that. No, you cannot. And speaking of competitiveness, we had Feo kind of pushing on, and then taking a plasma rifle, and there it goes down. Sizable alarm taken out by Saki. USF kind of squadding up here as they should, like you said. Train together, pick out. Ooh, Heat Wave rips cold shields, and Saki goes in to hopefully trade. Saki does take him out of the commando. A really, really bright, vibrant commando. Doesn't really camouflage well. And we're seeing a small size difference in the scoreline here. 17-14, USF up with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Combat Kid sticking over, good throw. And they're trying to figure out where is the team spawning at. Beautiful pickoff by Icy Cold to take out Buffalo. And Sizable taken out by Combat Kid. Yeah, I think now they're trying to get into the group. I think maybe, did they scrim beforehand? Do you know where you were in their Discord and they scrimmed? If they scrimmed at all?
To be honest, I didn't get a chance to see, but usually they like to do like that warm up, as I was saying, like usually warm up of like an AI, you know, versus, you know, like human.
Yeah, some Spartan difficulty just to get something going on.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting there like, oh, no, they did that yet. Unfortunate. Sizable alarm just getting hit by multiple directions, and a perfect kill by Combat Kid. Very nice job. And taken out, unfortunately. And there goes his little killing spree. Brace taken out by Cold. And I'm kind of seeing what looks like controller movement because they're all on controller, correct? Not a single player uses mouse and keyboard on this team?
I'm not 100% sure. I think, no, Feo actually uses mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of saw someone was off of them, but everyone else kind of had enough smooth movement. Yeah. Oh, Saki, unfortunately, the wrong end of a grenade there. And so is Feo as they both go down. And Auber tries to see if he can get a third one, and he does, unfortunately, get taken out. Oh, that's a back smack. That's going to leave a mark in the morning. Still a sizable score difference for USF. About 7 up. Not too bad, but you would be a little higher at this point, especially over halfway with only 1 kill after the halfway mark in a minute. I want to start cranking the pressure underneath that burner.
Definitely. I was about to say, yeah, usually the pressure, you can definitely start feeling the pressure around like 40, but at this point they're in a comfortable place, you know? Yeah,
they're comfortable with the lead they have, and it's kind of dwindling right now as they've not gotten a single kill since the last time I said anything about it. It's still 26 for them, for USF, and 21 now for Catholic U. And it looks like USF's kind of get together. Saki is taken out. Alarm is now taken out by Icy Cold. It looked like a trade there. And now it looks like USF's trying to maybe just reconvene and trying to figure out where they need to go. Getting a booster. Very nice to have a booster. I like boosters. I will say they're excessively overpowered sometimes. It feels like what you can get off with them.
Yeah,
they straight. I'm sure you saw the dev post, but like, yeah, if there's under this help, we just they just kill each other. We're not gonna deal with it. So yeah, Catholic U catching up to South Florida, 5 score difference right now. I kind of feel like you've not seen anything yet. Some NEB spotting, some movement changing, but not any like active fighting. It looks like.
I mean, at this point, it's okay to slow down a little bit.
Take your time, yeah.
They've got a comfortable little lead right there, so.
And there goes down. Brace. Killed by a lovely bull. And that's going to be a trade right there for USF and for South Florida. And that's going to be Combat grabbing the active camo. Can he escape with it? Can he escape with it? And he does. That's 1 cloaked old member for USF. Icy taking out somebody else, and that's unfortunate. That's a back smack for Buffalo. Oh, he looks like he's overstent here. Gets a double kill and does get killed in the return with a grenade. A little overextension, but it paid off for USF as they now have a 7-point differential. 7 kill differential. Yeah, that active camo, necessary. An overshield, and active camo are like entirely necessary in my mind. You have to get those first. Those are basically power weapons in their own right, utility or otherwise.
I completely agree. It can entirely change the situation of a match just by one like overshield or a camo. If they can get behind you and start taking out your teammates, it's pretty much game over at that point.
Yeah, but it's starting to not look good for Catholic U as there's now a larger sizable difference as USF is just kind of picking them apart. Saki looks like he's in trouble, and Icy's looking to the rescue. Combat does take out sizable alarm, and it looks like Faye is going to sneak up. Oh, good dynamo grenade usage. Hopefully he can strip the shields down, and it looks like they're going to try to 2-stack this. Might get caught out in the open, though. Brace goes down by Combat Kid. And Combat Kid seems to be in a bit of a pickle right now as he does get beaten down by Utter Buffalo. And that's going to be USF at the 40 mark with 10 kills left on the clock, or 10 kills left on the board. Ooh. That looked rough. That's going to be a double team for Feo right there, and that's going to be Combat Kid trying to escape and going in the wrong direction, right into the arms of a Catholic U player who will lovingly take him to death. This is a fun match. This is fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
10 kill differential right now, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. USF does have a difference in the lead and can make this their game. I think there's going to be a talk after this game on, taking it a little seriously, because it looks like they're kind of slacking in some areas, and I think they're not happy with themselves, because I imagine if I hear the comms right now, they might be like, what's going on? We should be rotating better.
We should be dominating.
We should be dominating these guys. Come on. Like, we've been doing this for a lot longer. Oh, Icy Cold does take out Aura. And I think the active camo is enabled. It has unfortunately gotten picked up. Combat Kid trying to escape, trying to just throw anything he has at them. Sizewell takes out Feo. And we're still holding that kind of 10-point differential between the two teams. Oh, speaking of a trade. It's just trades back and forth the entire match. Mm-hmm. I feel like I say one name, I'm saying it in the reverse, like in a second, pretty much. But if we look at the score, let's go to the scoreboard real quick. Like, look at Combat. 24 kills, 12 deaths.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I said, that boy is on a different level.
Just a different breed. Built different, whatever you want to call it. That Spartan, actual Spartan. He's actually just training for 2552 when Halo actually begins to happen. We know it's going to happen in 500 years. We're already prepared for it.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go into like a little
cryo chamber. Yep, you know it. And that's unfortunately, speaking of Combat Kid, he's going to get vaporized by one of the Catholic U players. And it's going to be kind of a close tightening, 48-39. Catholic U still could kind of bring some back, but they'd have to be really gracious to get that many I guess blunders is the way to phrase it. If you can catch USF's players off guard, because it seems like they're traveling as a pack now, like a wolf pack.
Oh, yeah.
Saki running back to Feo. Combat Kid trading with Auber. 49. This is going to be the last kill here. If USF can plant one more kill, they will take them as game one victors. And it looks like USF's trying to stack in together. Utter Buffalo, I think, got caught out. Oh, Raced, unfortunately, is going to be the last one to fall. And that's going to be 50-42, South Florida to Catholic U. Very good job by both teams. Like I said, that score line, something else. I wasn't even paying attention to the score. I was just looking at the overall kills per team.
Yeah.
Didn't even see his 24. I'm sure it's probably higher now. 24 and 12. Yeah. You weren't lying. Little different. Little built different. How'd you find him? Who'd you scalp him off of? Is what I should be saying.
Well, I was about to say. I mean, these kinds of matches where they're just trading back and forth. That's what Halo's all about. It's beautiful,
Yeah.
Definitely.
It kind of, because it gets you back on that, again, that tactical edge of well, if I travel to team A and we go, 2v1, we probably could take them.
Oh, yeah.
But what if that guy kills both of us? Now they're up by 2. We're down 2 players to respawn. And now those thoughts that go through my head, at least, same with CSGO, with Valorant, with Rocket League. I see someone get demoted in Rocket League. I'm like, oh, now I got to defend. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I always think about those kinds of things. I think the level that they're playing at is a whole other level. Because like you said, just maniacs almost. It was a little disjointed watching them play at first, because it was they were all kind of rotating in weird parts of the map. It looked like they were separate from each other. I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if we could ever get the mics piped in the near future. I would love to hear what their feed is, just screaming what are you doing over there? But kind of watching them, it was almost like a heat map, but watch them kind of pull in together and stay as a unit. And I think that's when they realized hey, maybe we shouldn't. This is our map. It may not be our map, but it may be a good choice for us. Let's stick together. Yeah. This whole lone wolf thing, literally, ain't working out for us. Let's work as a team.
I completely agree. I used to do a lot of lone wolfing back in the days of Halo 3, Halo 2, and you just can't do that anymore.
You can't do it, no. And it's good to see, especially that it's just that good. That's what I like about it. Producer, can we pull that screen back up on screen real quick? Because I was looking at our lovely captain here. Just didn't even see it. I saw a white little wisp in it right out of my view. All right. Yep, I'm just going to pretend. All right, so when I see it, I'll see it. When I don't, I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good.
But anyways, right now we're just kind of seeing the next map being set up and getting the pick going. You mentioned you liked the... not the Mauler.
The Mangler.
The Mangler.
Yeah.
Just listen, brute words, man. They have 3 letters in their alphabet and they use them.
I was about to say the brutes are by far my favorite. I used to love the elites and everything, but ever since Halo Infinite, I'm just bring on the monkeys.
I will say Halo 2 was not a good time for the brutes at all. That AI was busted. Our next map is going to be Aquarius again. Hope you're ready for more Aquarius.
Oh, I love Aquarius.
But this time, not Slayer.
Capture the flag.
Capture the flag. So I look forward to that because I, as an efficient loser of CTF Aquarius, because when I play with my friends, they don't know, I guess, how to capture the flag. To them, it's Slayer with extra steps and a longer wait time. So for me, at least, what I've always tried to do is, have, again, those 2 people going for kills and then 1 person for the flag and 1 person for protection. What is like the competitive strat for CTF in general, but on Aquarius especially, with how small the map is?
Basically, what we try to do is we focus Slayer first, get the guys out of the way, and then you focus the objective.
Gotcha.
Because once you get those people, the other team down, essentially, you can just run the flag over and just call it a day,
And then you just hold off the rest of it. You get 1-0, and then you just hold the rest of the match off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like Catholic U has one more kill on the board right now, but it's always the early start of the game, and the active camo is up right now for grabs, and I'm not seeing anyone grabbing it.
Oh yeah, I think that
hard cut to death. Combat Kid does grab it, which does again put him at advantage because he seems to be the backsmack supreme king. Sorry, you were saying what you're talking about?
Yeah. So I thought Cardinal U was doing a great job maintaining middle, especially on this map.
Mm-hmm.
You need to control middle because if you can get them, you can get the kills, and then you can score the objective.
Yep, and that's going to be a double kill for Brace, actually, taking out 2 of USF's members. Their flag is away from base right now, and it looks like it's trying to get capped, but it's going to be returned here. Oh, contested. And that's going to be, unfortunately, going down as USF makes a valiant attempt to grab that flag. Good defense by Catholic U. Like, that's, I think, the worst part of playing Capture the Flag is the, oh, God, my flag is off the pedestal moment. How do I get it back?
Oh, yeah. Well, at those moments, you just got to, take a deep breath, try to cut off the enemy, just go from there kind of thing.
Yep. Icy Cold trying to get rid of that flag, trying to toss it through, and that's going to be a good old smack in the back from a bull there. But USF's flag is also gone now, and they're trying to recover both at the same time, so now we're playing a little bit of hot potato as both Catholic U and USF's flag are down, but actually the flag is contested for Catholic U as they try to capture USF's flag. Now we're just going to be doing back and forth. My favorite part of CTF is when both people have the flags and they just can't get it back.
Oh, yeah.
But Combat Kid does kill the carrier and does go down defending it. And that's going to be Oliver trying to go for the flag as well. Shield's almost down. Pick the flag up, and that's going to be taken out by Favo. That's going to be just trades back and forth. USF may be able to turn the flag. Currently, USF's waiting to actually capture the flag. And that's going to be the Cobra flag returned. And that's going to be both teams' flags returned to the enemy base. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. I apparently can't read or I'm colorblind. That's going to be USF capturing the first flag of the game. So they're up now by 1 with 9 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Yeah, that's always rough. Just,
yeah.
You're both waiting. You're like, come on, someone kill him, someone kill him, someone kill him.
And then the moment your person goes down, you're just like, no,
that's not what I wanted.
Stop.
Don't do that. Don't die. So USF does get their flag does take the Catholic flag, and unfortunately goes down trying to return it back to their base. Looking at score lines, it looks like Feo's doing a lot of just, again, that killing role. He's just being the one to kill and being the one to kind of lead the actual killing. Not actually doing any of the capturing, just doing the legwork, doing the nitty-gritty fun stuff.
Oh, yes. Feo is essentially like the muscle of Gold Team. Next to Combat Kid.
Yeah.
They're the two that just...
Ooh! I wasn't even looking at the name on the screen. I thought that was a Catholic U player, and it is not. As Combat Kid takes out 2, goes for 3. Sizable alarm, all taken out and evaporated by Combat Kid. He's going to try to get 4th right there. Doesn't succeed, unfortunately. But that's USF running away with the flag. Oh, and unfortunately taken out, but that's going to be some trades there. Combat Kid picking up that heat wave. I wasn't even looking at the name on the screen. I'm like, why is he behind his player like that? And then just boom, gone.
I love the heat wave.
I love that.
You can bounce it off the wall and get him. It's just boom.
I remember the first guy announced, we're like, that's overpowered. I'm like, no, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. USF running away with the flag and almost pulling it back into base. I think they're just waiting to see what's going to happen. Oh, Combat Kid does go down. And USF, in return, does capture the flag. Up 2-0 now with 8 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Oh, the Needler Pink Mist does take out Feo, but Feo says not today. There's a little sticky grenade as a parting gift.
I was about to say, you hate to see it, but as long as you get that trade, that's all that matters.
That's one of those things. It's like, listen, if I'm respawning, they're going to respawn too. I'm going to make them suffer with me. That's what it feels like. You throw that grenade, like, if I'm going to get it, you're getting it too. All right, looks like Feo's trying to just do some chip damage on the side there as Utter Buffalo gets his shields popped, and it looks like USF's trying to get some just general damage over across the team. Just some good map control. Like you said, they may not always be controlling middle, but the moment they want, they find, they open a lane. If the lane's not there, they punch it open. Like you said, Feo seems to be the muscle because right now, Icy has 0 kills. He does not care at all. He's simply there to get the objective and do his job.
That's all that matters at the end of the day.
That's all that matters because that's what matters on the scoreboard. Looks like Brace and Cold are going to clash right here. And Brace does get his shields popped. Icy almost all the way there. USF has Feo down, but Feo coming right back in hot. Aubur's about to respawn as well. It looks like Catholic U has an even scoreline. Besides Utter Buffalo with 3 kills, they all have the magic Bungie number of 7. And I'm kind of curious if that's kind of hindering them because they're not targeting, they're not doing roles or any sort of support. They're just kind of like all running the same gamut of kill, let's run together, instead of one guy, go kill, the rest of us support.
Essentially, yes. Unfortunately, if you don't have, you know, certain people going to like certain roles, like the anchor, or you
like
got,
a lurker.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're just not going to win it.
Yep, and you saw right there, USF 3 players stacked together, like they're having a little campsite, little s'mores going on there and some action. But did he just shoot the flagpole? I swear to God he did. Icy Cold caught in the open. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? He makes it. Okay, Combat Kid does take out sizable alarm as Utter Buffalo. Oh, there, I spoke way too soon. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's like the worst spot on the map. You're just getting shot from any side pretty much. Oh, that that was so close. You saw like if I just use the boost, I might be able to get away from it. It's so fun to watch like good people at Halo because watching my friends and I can only imagine as hell. This is entertaining to watch.
I was about to say, as a person on Green Team, I understand all too well like
exactly what's going on. Utter Buffalo is shield knocked and some health knocked down with some grenades, some spam thrown through, as it looks like USF's looking to reclaim their part of the map. And it just looks like a general domination by USF. But Saki does go down, and that's going to be a quick trade braced to Combat Kid. And Combat Kid to Buffalo, like I said, it's just saying those names back and forth. I got to get really used to saying these names. So I hope I'm saying Oliver's name right because that's how I'm going to keep saying it. Yeah, I mean, like this is at the beginning I was kind of worried. I was like, this looks like going to be a stalemate match to the last minute. And then USF ran away with that first flag. I'm like, that's not going to be good for them.
Yep, I was about to say, not to brag or anything, but USF Gold, they're just an
unbiased
on
the USF esports stream with the USF esports crew and everything else. It does look like they get the flag taken away from them, and USF trying to recover as Alwar goes down, and Feo goes down trying to defend it as Butterfly does take the flag. But the flag for Catholic U is also taken away now, and it's going to be a kind of battle of who can return the flag first. So right now it looks like USF's going to get that flag snagged back really quick. I wish they could snack it too. But and that's going to be a flag returned for USF. And Combat Kid trying to get that flag as quick as possible. And they're just doing the classic pick drop. I don't know what it's called properly. I always call it a pick drop.
Yeah.
Is there a better name for it? There's got to be a better name for it besides annoying everybody else on the team with the announcer voice. Oh no. Oh my God, Saki, you can't do that to the man. He had a family.
I was about to say, I told you, you give that man the power weapons and
that's going to be 3 up for USF on Catholic U. Would you be safe to say this is a runaway game?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Auber goes down, picked a fight with the wrong person because Auber didn't have full shields, it looked like. Yeah, this is not looking hot for Catholic U. They are putting up quite a fight because they have gotten to the base a few times. They have been able to put some hurt on USF, you know, getting at least 3 of the kills, 3 of the team members down, but they're not able to consistently keep them down. That's what I think does the damage, because you need to keep them dead.
You need to keep them down as much as possible.
Yeah, they just need to be stood down.
Oh, yeah.
Active camo is up, so I wonder who's going to grab it this time and abuse somebody with it and just beat the crap out of them. I'm really waiting to see. It's probably going to be Saki to be Combat Kid again. I'm going to
say definitely Combat
Yeah,
Kid.
let's get it. There he goes. Okay. All right.
There we go.
Okay, and who's that on the side of that? That's Braced. Yeah, he's dead. He's going to die probably next. If he can find him. Oh, don't be Caster's curse. I don't want that on that point. I missed 3 shots, and I'm like, I don't know about this anymore. I should have said nothing. All right, USF's flag is taken by Catholic U, but it looks like it's just down. I don't think they actually have it in possession. I think it's just on the ground. Auburn getting taken out. Yeah, it's just going to be trades back and forth. Feo, again, being that objective support role. He's doing lots of kills, but he's also just kind of picking the flag. Like, listen, I'll get the flag. I'll bring it to you. I'll do the killing now. You get the flag. I'll do the rest of the work. I'll be mean to them.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Stop doing this to them, Feo. You can't keep doing this. I know there's no compass, but holy crap. That's what blows me out. Like, I'm used to compasses. I'm like, how am I not seeing this? But there's no compass. And this looks like USF might try to go for a third. Feo has the flag trying to round the corner and unfortunately does get taken out.
It's not a complete runaway, which is great for Cardinal U essentially.
Yeah, Catholic U. Yeah,
Catholic U. Excuse me.
It looks like it's a Cardinal.
Yeah.
But Catholic U. Yeah, and right now we're seeing very good tactic to go down the stairs to not get shot remotely as much. But that's going to be USF grabbing the 4th flag. I think at this point, if you're Catholic U, you kind of just mentally wipe this game. You just prepare for the next one, pretty much, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Like when you're just in that losing streak, you just can't let it get it down. Let it get you down, essentially.
Yep. That's gonna be Catholic U grabbing the flag and tossing it down. But oh my God, I don't even know how that even happened. That man got melted. Tries to get the flag down. That's 3 players from Catholic U down. USF just has to hold out for 2 more minutes, and this is gonna be game 2 to USF for CTF. Saki gets the active camo. I can't wait to see who he starts hitting in the back of the head with it. So we'll just stick around for him, I guess. Yeah, this is not looking great for Catholic U. I'm really curious what the next one's going to be for them. I don't think Aquarius may be their map either. I'm not sure if Aquarius is their map. I would like to see them on a map they're strong on because it's always tough to see a team that, good or bad, just plays on a map or on a mode they're not familiar with. It's never going to be the same thing as watching a team play on a map they're bad at, and you're like, I know they're not this good on this map. Let's look at their A game. Let's see their A game. Speaking of A game, Q-Brace does get 2 kills and does get taken out by Icy there. And then that's going to be the flag. Combat Kid and Icy, I think, are trying to solidify and just make it a 5-0 to end the game a minute faster because...
I mean, if you can get that stake, get that stake.
If you can get it, get it. This is... Oh, there goes Combat Kid, but that's a trade really quick. And it looks like they're trying to just see if they can just finagle the flag a little closer. Not contested at all. Oh, down goes the flag carrier. Runner stop. He's so close, and that's going to be game 5 for USF. Or sorry, 5 to USF. I believe the raw sheer power of them getting a stake-tacular crashed the game. If that black screen told me anything, that was the raw, unadulterated, pure power of a 5-0. I'm looking at my producer now. My producer looks a little upset. So I'm going to assume Halo does what it always does and crashes at the most opportune times in the world. What do you think? Do you think that was their map? Do you think Aquarius is their map at all?
For Catholic or USF?
For Catholic.
No, I don't think that's their stronghold right there. I would like to see them probably on a map like either like Live Fire or maybe like Recharge. Just see how they're doing on those.
Yeah, say Recharge. I will say Recharge is those maps I forget about sometimes because it's just like it's in the back of my mind. I played it all the time during the beta, so I'm just like whatever. It's like Metro for Battlefield 3. It's like, oh yeah, Metro's a map. I forgot. That's how Recharge feels to me. Where it's like, yeah, that's a map that I played a lot of. Yeah, because I don't know what it is, but like I feel like sometimes they had dominant control and then it just like slipped from their hands. Yeah. So I wonder what their comms are gonna be like right now. I wonder if it's a comm issue, if it's a if it's an issue of just like who's in the right place at the right time. Because when we saw that scoreboard, like the instances I saw, like I was like peeking at, I should say, it was like clearly telling who was doing what. Because like I said, Feo dominating. I think he dropped a 30 bomb if I'm not mistaken. Like. I'm sorry, but like that's a role. Like he's like, yeah, my job is, hey, Feo, go kill. Like that's his job. And then you have the other team members who were supporting, doing the objective things. Because he did grab the flag one time. Oh yeah. He turned it in one time because everyone else died. But the one time he grabbed the flag that I saw, he grabbed it and was like, cool, here it is. And then just threw it to somebody else so he can go fight somebody. And that's literally what he turned around 180 and started fighting again. And I think stuff like that throws off Catholic U maybe because I don't think they're anticipating something like that. I don't think they're anticipating that aggressiveness of one person being a dedicated Terminator, basically, and the other 3 just being like, we're here to wait.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes you do have to flex around, like, different positions. Like, sometimes you can be a flex support or, like, an anchor, but sometimes you would have to run the objective, essentially. Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't think...
they had those defined roles for their team. I know, like, with Overwatch, you're forced to roles, and then you get games like CSGO where there is the lurker, you do have the opera, you have the rifle or the entry fragger, and... I think of it like that because that's a really good context of, just exactly what it is. It's exactly what that is as a game because we saw Feo, he Terminator. I don't know if there's a proper role for that. For him, I'm calling him the Terminator. And the other 3 who are just like, yeah, that support role. We'll pick up kills, we'll do damage, we'll throw the dynamo grenades, we'll make sure we get the active camos, we'll deny asset usage for them. And then when he gets the flag or clears the lane for us, we'll just swoop right in, grab the flag, and then he clears the lane for us the other way. Did get word that our next map is actually Streets, and it's going to be Oddball, which Oddball I do love a lot. Mm-hmm. It is a weird game mode, I think, for a lot of people because it's mobile capture the flag, essentially. I always think about it as mobile capture the flag, except you get to kill somebody with a skull if you hit them. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those game modes I liked.
Oh, yeah.
What game mode do you think they should bring back?
Oh, Infection.
Infection.
I love.
Aren't they adding Infection?
I'm not sure.
They better add Infection.
For real.
Hello, USF Esports 2343. We would love Infection back.
Please bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back. Bigger, better, and larger. Because I remember back in Reach when Infection had like full reign supreme, like all the map creation. That was a whole other time. Like,
oh, yeah.
Halo 5 still has some great Infection. Like Halo 5 Customs, I will say, is some pretty top tier stuff sometimes. But like Halo Reach had like I don't know, nostalgia glasses maybe, but had some to it that I was like, yeah, I like this. I would say if I wanted to see something back, I don't know if Hardpoint or Hardpoint is the exact same thing as I'm trying to think of. I don't know if attrition kind of scratches the same itch that I want it to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it should be different. I don't know. I'm trying to describe it, but like territories is different to me than it's gonna kill me. It's gonna jump out and bite me. What's the name of the territories like game mode? What is it?
Oh, Domination.
There's Domination. Then there's the other one that it's just right over my head.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. I would love to see more back. So the UI is gonna be opposite for us. By the way, we're gonna be flipped. We're gonna do a little for us. So just be aware because. I would like to say the right team names and the right team colors. So let's make sure we do the right team names and right team colors for both Catholic U and for USF. But yeah, King of the Hill. I remember on Zanzibar, King of the Hill was a nightmare because there was one hill that was on an actual hill. There was one, the sniper's nest. There was one on the, I would say like the drop down for the actual rotunda, the wheel, not rotunda, the giant spinning wheel. Yeah. There was like that little turret area. That was a spot, and that was my least favorite spot because there was also like the garage area, and that also sucked too.
Oh yeah, I used to love like in Halo 3, just taking the turret, just hiding in the corner.
Yeah, that's why I hated that. Is because people like you would do that because like you would play like Demolition. I would love to see Demolition back.
Oh yes,
like
yes.
That because I think of one side Demolition or Assault on Zanzibar. And that was like my favorite thing in the world because if you get one guy to have active camouflage and just kind of sneak in, similar to how Saki and Combo are doing the entire last match of just sneaking and lurking with active camo, destruction. That was because that was a 10-second respawn if I'm not mistaken for Assault. So you would just like assassinate 2 people, 2-3 people, then boom, that's like a quarter of the team gone pretty much. Or like a good chunk of like you aim for the good players. And you're like, yeah, they're done for like the next 10 seconds. Rush in with a mongoose. I will say I miss so dearly in my heart Invasion. Like I would love Invasion back. Yep. It's just jinx. So right now we are looking at South Florida up by 2-0 in the series and looking at Oddball against Catholic U. And we're just going to see a lot of utility going out. Combat Kid does get the Spanker. It's Spunker on name, I'm pretty sure, in like one of the OG games.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, originally Spunker,
yeah. But Spanker sounds funnier anyway. Spanker, I hardly know her. So USF does grab the ball right now, and we're just going to see some control for USF. And Feo going down, we can see the underside of the map. And we're going to just see some general movement and play as he's going to be sitting the backside of the map.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, where he's camping right now is the perfect
primo real estate for Oddball. This is where all the pros sit. I watched Cloud9 win here last week, if I'm not mistaken. Cloud9 fan, by the way, if you can't tell. So,
ew, gross.
I almost wore the shirt, and I was like, I can't show any bias for any actual teams. Does see that Catholic U does take the ball away from USF and is immediately ejected from his hands as a grenade blows him up from underside. That is unfortunate for U-Braced as he gets killed by Combat Kid. And we're just seeing kind of just some, I guess, trying to figure out the maps right now. And not to say figure it out in the sense of like they don't know the map, but like trying to figure out where they can place themselves on the map to best utilize their space. Because now they're trying to camp out that spot, get their respawn set in that bar because they're on the street bend.
Definitely.
And I think it's just paradise. It's just grenade paradise right now.
Yeah.
You just chuck everything you have and then you just wait for plasmas. Oh, speaking of
the devil,
there's 4 flying by. As USF makes an aggressive push into the back streets to see if they can reclaim that Oddball. And Catholic U does take the lead, trickling away. Oddball got dropped, actually. And ball gets taken again.
Oh, yeah, this area is nearly impossible to fight off, essentially. Like,
yeah, it's going to be a full frontal assault, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. USF Gold has definitely have to do a full force like Russian.
All 4 have to be alive. You can't just be like, oh, let's just wait till one person. But USF does reclaim the ball and is going to put stake in that land, get a little tent camped out because they're going to get a fireplace and everything going for those little s'mores. And just going to be some just good chip damage, but that's going to be a rocket that almost went over his head, but I was worried for a second it wouldn't kill him. So there's where our power up and down. Combat Kid does get one of the supporting players. There's one player or two players now left alive on Catholic U as USF at halfway point for round 1 of this game, of game 3. I think now USF's at the part where they're just kind of picking off enemies. They're not actually like, they're like, they have the
Once
ball.
they're comfortable, they can just start, taking people out one by one.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Feo taking out Buffalo. Avar does take out Icy Cold there. But they're just not pushing together. They're keeping those numbers down. And I think that's, again, like you said, it has to be a full frontal assault in this base. I wouldn't call it the backstreet. I'd call it a base at this point. It's basically what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to have everything.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Feo rejecting that ball carrier. Sorry, you were going to say, what do you say?
Oh, yeah. Halo Green Team, we're making that mistake in our last match, unfortunately, where we were all just rushing in one by one and just
trickling in, just getting slapped left and right.
Yep.
I do find it funny that IC was just like, let me just go out of cover, get shot on, ping somebody, then go back in. Saki and Combat both going down to the Bulldog and Battle Rifle respectively as a huge push from Catholic U does come in. Feo does go down, and that's going to be the ball down for USF. Saki, only one left alive as Combat does come back in. Some healthy score differential that they have a little bit of time to make up with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock and at least 50 points to make up for oddball coverage as the grenades come flying in, and that's going to be Saki trying to pick off some players and do some damage to the shields. Avar holding out back support, and Combat's going to do a little sneak around, see if he can do anything, because I don't think anyone's checking the backside. No one's checking the backside, and that's going to be an advantage, hopefully, and that's not even a question. He knows someone's up there. He's ready for it. He's waiting for it. Combat, you want it. Oh, and there it is. That's the Assassin's Creed jump, all done by Utter Buffalo. What a beautiful outplay. Give credit where credit's due, Combat. You can't be mad about that. That man read you like a book. He's like, let's do this in the corner right now. All right, so yeah, we're seeing them just camp out in the spot. USF does have control of the rocket launcher on the map. Might give them a good advantage.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, once you get the power weepons in this match, you
could do some more damage. Ball does get taken down, and I think they're trying to see if they can rotate it somewhere. Dropped in the middle, actually. Maybe they're looking for a reset. I don't know if they're looking for a reset exactly, but that's an odd place to kind of just throw the ball because he's willing to throw that out. That wasn't a drop. That was a throw.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Combat does take out Oliver, and we're looking at Icy kind of stuck in a corner here. Does get taken out, and Feo trades. That's another trade. I think USF's in a tough spot right now because they're only up by about 20-ish points, and I think they're trying to reclaim that ball, but it looks like USF might want to push back and see if they can get some good advantage.
Oh, yeah, oh my gosh, I can't
You got it. It's okay. Catholic Cardinal, they both start with C's.
Yeah. Catholic U, they're definitely putting up a huge challenge. They're pretty much telling USF Gold right now, hey, we're not out. We're
not taking this lane down. I think, hey, by the way, this might be their map. I'm starting to get that vibe. This might be their map because they're knowing how to rotate. They know the spawns. But it looks like Feo has a little trick up his sleeve, and it's called a shotgun. Let's see what he does that with only 2 players left alive on Catholic U. Let's see what USF makes of this advantage. Hey, 343, got a question for you. Double kill for Combat Kid as USF possesses the ball. 95, 5 points left to go on the mark. And that's going to probably be, unless this Hail Mary grenade does something, that's going to be round 1 of game 3 to USF. And just BMing him real quick. Let me get a quick kill on. He's standing still, but whatever.
Yeah. Like I said, this is a perfect time for Catholic U to get the power weapons and essentially just dominate at this point.
Get that control, because like you said, getting that rocket launcher is vital.
Rocket
the shotgun
launchers and shotties.
It's not that insanely important. I think the rocket is really good, but shotgun, if you can get it, get it. If you don't get it, just keep your distance. Don't
be rushing in there, yeah.
Oh, and that's just the unfortunate reality. That's just some asset denial, removing the rockets from play basically by getting at least a little to them. No ball control yet. I think as USF is maybe getting the ball here in a second, but trying to figure out what the respawn situation is, trying to figure out who's going to be doing what, and that's going to be some kills to USF. This is just grenade heaven. I can't even keep track of so many grenades being thrown. USF does eventually get capture of the ball, held by Icy Cold, and they're gonna do the exact same song and dance, go sit in that corner. It's a legitimate strategy.
Yeah, exactly. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
I will say what was interesting there is the entirety of Catholic U just got wiped out by 2 USF players, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3 USF players absolutely wiped. So Icy can just wait around. That's some extra free time for him. Saki's just hanging out near the plasma grenade respawn.
I was about to say they got themselves a little spire in there, got some marshmallows.
Ray started doing something sneaky.
Oh.
I wouldn't make that much noise. It's like, remind me of CSGO. You just gotta be quiet, crouch, you shift walk. You don't do nothing. You just wait. Because if Brace can get this kill, and he does get the jump on him, Icy Cold now aware of that. Hopefully the troops can come in time. He just stuck his own teammate, and that's gonna be a friendly fire incident. Don't do that, kids. Don't follow in those footsteps because that will be a bad thing. Oh, that's unfortunate as Catholic U now retains the ball due to an unlucky plasma grenade. Hopefully USF can reclaim that, and hopefully that won't happen again. I saw like the arm animation go out for the grenade, and I'm like, that's not a grenade. That's not a frag. That's a plasma grenade. I just have that vibe. I'm getting that vibe.
That must have been like in slow motion for Icy there.
Just
You're
like,
just like no.
Oh, we're seeing some great soccer rifle usage. A perfect kill against Combat Kid. But that's going to be a trade 3-2 on player count for USF. And as the respawns do come in, USF does reclaim the ball after having taken out some lovely trades going on. I'm glad to see the bartering system they got going on here. I'll give you the skull with a chip in the back of it for a gun.
Yeah.
Good barter. Combat taking out Braced and Auber taking out Faye with a melee. As the attack comes in, they drop the ball to see if they can get some extra points. And Icy getting 1 kill, getting 2, and then stopped by Sizable Alarm as he's also going to get taken out. Sorry, Sizable Alarm being taken out by Combat Kid for a good trade. And ball picked back up. Sizable lead for USF. Catholic U would have to do a full push because, again, like you said, the trickling in, can't do that with oddball, especially on this map. You got to push in all together. It's got to be a full rush.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm seeing that a lot where right now Braced running in on his own. Does get a kill, does kill Feo, but Combat Kid also traded out Auber. And then now he's taken out, and it's just trade to trade.
It's just over.
Yep, and it's over. Oh, beautiful. That stick to the skull, I think. Good job by Buffalo for the kill. Hopefully he can hold some retention on that. Maybe try to get the ball here. Yep, runs away with the ball, and it looks like he's trying to juggle it to the edge of the map. And I think he's trying to figure out where he's coming from. I think the grenades coming from so many directions kind of throw him off. 75-17 for the scoreline here as the score does go up for Catholic U. Might see something different. It's different from last round where Catholic had a hold on it, then just lost it.
Oh, yeah.
But doesn't look that way as USF pushes in and ball's taken.
I was about to say, Catholic U, they're definitely feeling the pressure at this point.
They gotta be feeling the pressure with 1 round that they can have left. They better be feeling that pressure because I know I would be. Feo sprinting for his dear life as the rocket launcher does spawn in with 15 points left to control for USF. Oh, that's going to be a ball stop or a carrier stop. And this is now Catholic U's opportunity to take the lead as Saki goes down and Q-Brace takes the oddball. Did you see the rocket launcher get picked up by chance? Oh, well, never mind. Combat puts a stop to that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but yep, there's the spanker right there. There's the M41.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I was about to say, once you got that, you're over.
I'm anticipating an explosion here in 3 to maybe 2.5. 1.5. There it is.
There
okay.
it is.
Yeah, casters call it all the time. We're always right.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a double kill. I thought it would be a triple kill, honestly, for Icy Cold. He just searches around for the ball. The Flaming Skull. USF, 10 points left on the board before they take this game. And it looks like it's going to be for them. And it just looks like Catholic U really can't do anything else.
You just can't stop them.
Just can't stop them. And that's going to be a 2-0 victory for USF to take them on Game 3, which gives them the series of the best of 5. That was classic oddball on streets, I think. That was the best you could ask for, I think, in terms of rotation, in terms of keeping the spawns low. I think that was really the best of what we could ask for from both teams. Because even when Catholic U had that ball, maybe they were getting killed, but they were trying their hardest, and that's what matters to me is, you know, it wasn't a full wipe or USF just 100-0, 100-0. It was, hey, we're gonna put the hurt on you. We don't want you to just run away with this.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, you're the captain. You tell me. How do you think they did? You gonna give them some lessons later on?
I'm not that great. But yeah, I agree that once they got locked into that position, it's, you know, you can't stop them. But they were definitely putting up a good challenge towards the end.
Yeah.
And
it's just how it is sometimes. Because I know it's like one of those games of like, you could both be equally matched, but once you get in a position, it's just a lockout. You're just kind of stuck waiting for the timer for the next round. Like, you know, the classic, oh, it's a this-sided map or it's a this-sided game mode. It's like sometimes you just got to wait it out and maybe get to it first next time. But no, that was a great effort by Catholic U. This does put, again, like USF up 3-0, so that's going to be the series we win, the entirety of the series there, best of 5, from Slayer, from CTF to oddball. I will say the Slayer match was surprising because, you know, I did get to watch some of the scrims from afar, a little guardian angel, and I did get to see some of the streams previously. And the way y'all played against each other, I was like, these are going to be bloodthirsty matches. So watching that Slayer match, I was kind of confused. I was like, some of this stuff looks like they're vibing. Like, they're not really caring about that. It's like, we'll just do CTF. We know how to play CTF. We don't care about Slayer at all.
Yeah, I was about to say, they seemed a little too comfortable in Slayer, unfortunately.
There's your lesson you can leave them with. It's like, hey, what was that about? I got me talking about it on stream, actually, just to tell you guys what's going on. So, no, I think that was a great match overall. Catholic U put up a great fight, and hopefully we see more of them because, I think – I don't know about you, but I do watch my replays a lot when I know I lost a match that I should have won because they were pretty close on Slayer. I don't remember the exact score line, but it was 50 in the lower 40s or the upper 30s. And that's one of those matches that something happened that you either lost the steam or you lost momentum or, you were out of position a lot. And I don't know about you, but again, like for me, I watch my VODs. I'm like, what happened in those replays? What happened to me? What happened to that? Was it a teammate issue? Was it a communication issue? So what are your thoughts? Do you think they might do something like that?
I wholeheartedly agree that you need to watch your VODs. You see where you made your mistakes, and you're just like, dang, I can do this better next time, essentially.
Yeah.
And like I said, you got to review and scrim, and you get better that way, essentially.
Yeah, and I think if they watch the CTF one on Aquarius, they're like, yeah, that one dude with like a 30, kill him.
Yeah.
Target that man. He is public enemy number one for our team. And I think any team watching USF play, I think that should be their, not to give out fun secrets or anything, not really secret because they watched it happen live, is that is the dangerous man of the team, is Feo. I would say MVP of that match by far because, the flag captures are important, but someone's got to clear the lane. Not everyone can be an objective holder. Not everyone can be the assist. Sometimes you just got to be the guy, the tank. Yes. You got to be the one, all the deaths, all the kills, but you're putting those lanes open.
I wholeheartedly agree. Feo was literally the man this series.
Yeah, he was the man because, like I said, he would here's the flag, boop. My problem, your problem now. You go run it back to the base where you're safe.
I got people to slay.
I got people to kill. Right, I got people to slay. I got people to watch them respawn screen. I need to make sure they look at that for a very long time. And oddball, oddball is it always feels a weird thing because some matches of oddball you're like it's a back and forth thing, and then other matches you get like this where it was a constant, just one-sided affair where there might be an advantage at one point or there might be a turnover, but otherwise it's a pretty one-sided affair, especially on Streets. Streets is a tough map because it's either that back police station spawn or it is the upper area where it's just either way you're just stuck. Like the bar, I call it bar, it's probably called cafe or something, but just nightclub bar.
Oh yeah.
Where when I played oddball a lot, you would have the oddball person literally sit behind the bar and crouch because all the grenades that would come through the doors, they would overshoot on purpose unless they bounced it off the wall, and it would always bounce against the counter and bounce away. So that was the strat that I always did. It was just sit behind the bar counter. You're the bartender. Oh, yeah. That was the only thing I always did.
I agree with that. I haven't used that tactic before, but definitely PD. That's another great area where you can just chill.
Yeah, don't use the bar tactic. It's kind of scuffed because it takes one grenade behind the counter and then you're dead.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, you're screwed because I've had a spike grenade laying behind there and I'm like, that's bad, and then it just ricochets and you're just impaled and dead. And dynamo grenades, it just eats you alive because you're just trying to jump over the counter. You're freaking out. You're like, I can't jump, and it's just because you're trying to clamber. But no, that was a great series put up by USF. I don't know what they're actually playing next. Do we have a knowledge of who they're playing next in the bracket? If the bracket is available yet, I don't know if the other teams have finished their brackets. That's why I'm asking.
Couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but
we're getting a little pause symbol. So I'll just keep bantering with you.
All right, sounds good to me.
What's your worst favorite map? I know you said Behemoth, but other maps you just kind of hate.
Okay, other maps. Jeez. I would say Live Fire. Definitely a map I absolutely just.
We covered that.
Yeah. Other than that, I would say Aquarius. I don't like Aquarius.
You don't like Aquarius?
I don't like it.
Oh, okay. So watching this was interesting.
This is triggering.
You're just like, yeah, I guess this is a fun map. That player, this map just. No, it sucks, actually. You're just twiddling your thumbs. You're like, I can't wait to interject with this terrible opinion. My opinion, by the way, I didn't want to share immediately because I didn't want to detract from the gameplay. I think the Commando's just bad. I don't like it. What? I know, piping hot take from the caster's booth from a guy who's definitely not even gold. I think the Commando is just odd. I don't know. I can never get a feel for it. I like to try it. During the beta, I think was where I got my sour taste on it is because in the beta, it was this unwieldy, it reminds me a lot of how the spiker kicks up. When you shoot it, it just kicks the recoil up, but it's semi-automatic. That's what all I think about when I used the Commando in the beta was this thing just has terrible recoil. So either I'm bad at using it or the recoil sucks, and I don't want to learn how to use it, so it's the recoil.
I mean, I completely understand. Like when I first started playing, you know, I thought Commando was garbage. And then, like we started practicing with it a lot more. I'm just like, ooh, hello.
Ooh, this got something to it. Yeah, I used it a few times and I'm like, okay. Like in the actual like game, I was like, okay, it's fine. I might be wrong, but I'm not gonna admit it like right now. Like,
Right.
But no, thank you very much everybody for watching USF Esports for the ECAC Esports brackets. The brackets have not been released yet for the other teams, so we are awaiting that. So hopefully we'll see USF. We will be seeing USF more. Hopefully we see Catholic U somewhere else in the bracket. Hopefully we can give them some support and some love along the way. So yeah, just shout out to USF Esports for their great gameplay for the 3-0 series. Shout out to Catholic U for coming along and being a great competitor. I got nothing else to say besides stick around because I believe we have Rocket League actually coming up pretty soon. You got to talk to the Rocket League people because I don't know that Rocket League.
I was about to say that's all Greek to me.
I came here for Halo. I know Rocket League. I came here for Halo though. I'm here to talk Halo with you. So yeah, stick around for that. This is Virgil Braden signing off, and Captain over here, give your own sign off. I'm not going to do it for you.
I was about to say, yeah.
Do it for you. Take it away.
This is your captain speaking.
Oh my
off.
God. Stellar work. All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming, and stick around.